Yes, another chance to provide you with another miracle supplement or cure here, or at least when we say bring you up to date on one, I'm pretty sure by the time we're done, you'll have second thoughts. Dr. Joe Schwarz is on the line. He's host of the Dr. Joe Show, which airs here Sundays at 3 on CJAD. He's also director of the McGill Office for Science and Society. Joe, first of all, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, same to you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Another year has gone by, and hard to believe, 2025, because when think back, it seems like yesterday we were talking about the year 2000 and whether our computers were going to work when 1999 changed into 2000. From that whole controversy about that.
Yeah, hard to believe that's 25 years ago.
I know.
That's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me get into it. We talk all the time. I'll bring up something to you and say, hey, I saw this on the internet. And, of course, 9 times out of 10. Typically 10 times out of 10, it's not something you want to consider doing. There's no real proof. There are no real studies. So here's the latest. You write magnesium. Is this a miracle supplement? I see a lot of ads on social media for this. What's the deal?
There sure is. And it all traces back to a book that was published about 20 years ago called The Magnesium Miracle. And, as soon as you see that word, your eyebrows have to be raised because miracles are very hard to come by, right? What is true is that magnesium is an essential nutrient for the human body, not only for the human body, for plants as well. Chlorophyll could not exist without magnesium. The molecule of chlorophyll, which of course is critical for photosynthesis, without which there would be no life because we would have no plants, has embedded in it magnesium. So there's no question that magnesium plays an important role. And in our body, it plays several different roles as well. Magnesium is involved in stabilizing the heartbeat. It's involved in nerve transmission. It is involved in about 300 chemical reactions that are going on in our body all the time that together constitute life. So there's no question that magnesium is important. The question is there a deficiency in the human body? And that is very unlikely because magnesium, we need in very small amounts. We need it in milligram amounts. And as I said, it is part of chlorophyll, which is present in all plants. So we're eating plants all the time. So we are getting a dose of chlorophyll. And it's in everything, whether you're eating lettuce, whether you're eating nuts, you're getting enough magnesium. Now, there are certain medical conditions, people who have food absorption problems, intestinal problems. In rare cases, they could be magnesium deficient, but that would be determined by a doctor by a blood test. Now, there are some anecdotes about taking magnesium supplements in terms of easing cramps in the calves. But it's just anecdotal. And this is a very difficult thing to study because you don't know when you're going to get a cramp. And it's not really ethical to put people in a laboratory and trigger cramps in them to see if magnesium will do anything. So this is sort of anecdotal evidence, but where we do know that magnesium supplements can work is with things like Phillips milk of magnesia. If someone has trouble with constipation, Phillips milk of magnesia will work. And there's also some scattered evidence about muscle relaxation and stress reduction if you're taking a bath in Epsom salts. Now, Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. It dissolves very readily in water. It has a very interesting history because way back in 1685, a farmer dug a well at Epsom in England, and it was to water his cows, but the cows refused to drink the water. And then he tasted it, and he found it was bitter. So it wasn't good to drink, but somehow he also discovered that when we put it on his skin, some of his skin rashes disappeared. So thus was born Epsom salt for putting it into your bath water to try to relax your muscles and treat skin rashes. And there is something to that. Certainly people say that they feel much more relaxed after they've had a bath in Epsom salts. However, in terms of taking dietary supplements of magnesium, unless there is a diagnosed deficiency, which is very, very rare, I don't think that we have any evidence. Now, the people who push magnesium supplements, and of course there are many because it's a big moneymaker, will list all of the kind of conditions that can happen if you're magnesium deficient. That is, you get muscular problems, you get irregular heartbeat and all of this. But there are many, many other conditions that would cause those symptoms. And magnesium deficiency would be way, way down the line. So, by cherry-picking data, you can make it sound miraculous. But miracles are very difficult to come by. Yeah. Although I know, Aaron, you wanted to talk about a miracle because you saw a Netflix film or something about not wanting to die.
Yeah, there's a new Netflix documentary called "Don't Die." I think the guy's name is Brian Johnson, who's
okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Brian,
there you go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen that documentary, but I know all about Johnson. Okay. He's one of these body hackers who will try absolutely everything that has, any chance of working in terms of longevity. I don't know how many dietary supplements he takes a day, numerous. And I think he admits to feeling hungry all the time because he has a very, very restricted diet. Because dietary restrictions, certainly in animals, has shown to increase longevity. So I will certainly look at that program so that we can talk about it. But Brian Johnson has been making a lot of waves because of everything he's trying to do to live longer, except that I don't think he's enjoying life very much.
If I remember, he's taking 132 pills a day.
Is he? So he's spending his whole life taking pills. Yeah. That doesn't seem like much of an enjoyment.
Yeah. Also spending time transferring blood plasma from himself to his son to his father. So the idea that young plasma keeps older people in better health, whatever.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll talk about Brian Johnson. Okay.
I want to ask one last question. We're out of time. With respect to magnesium, Joe, can you cause harm if you're taking this because you've been exposed to these messages and you think, well, you know what, I can take a little bit of it. There's nothing wrong with that. Should you?
No, I don't think you can cause harm. The supplements are usually of the order of 200 milligrams, which is way, way below any kind of toxic dose.
Okay. Good enough.
There's also some anecdotal evidence for better sleep with magnesium. And I've tried that because my sleep isn't so good, and I didn't find that it works. But that's just my anecdote.
Okay.
But there are some people who say that it helps them with their sleep.
Joe, I thank you. I appreciate it, Dr. Joe Schwarz. By the way, again, just a reminder, you can hear him here weekly on CJAD on Sundays. Joe, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right.